Hello everyone. It's been a while. A lot has happened in the past week and a half. Number one, this has been genuinely the busiest 2 weeks of my life. I'm working 2 jobs. Every single day I have something planned. Literally just have had zero free time to do anything I've wanted to do. But I still don't have free time today. I work today, but it's not until later, so I'm doing what I can right now. Because I don't have a video for today. This is the video for today. Because I don't have time to edit and download all the footage. And the reason I have to download all the footage is let's get into what the fuck has happened in the past week and a half. This has been the most miserable experience I've actually just been through, just ever. Period. I don't even know what else I've been through in my life. This just sucked. This was horrible. Let me go back, right? So my computer has been running really slow. I opened my file explorer. It takes 10 seconds to open. It takes me 50 seconds to do anything on Firefox. I can't search up anything without having to wait a minute. I can't open YouTube without my entire computer breaking. It's running insanely slow. And I'm like, oh wow, this is annoying. I'm trying to get shit done on my computer and I can't do anything. I can't edit on Premiere without it running like shit. That's just how Premiere works. It just runs like shit, but it's running even more like shit because something is going on with my computer. At first, I'm doing a video where I'm not actually spoiling it, but I downloaded something. Okay. In GTA 5, I found this software that you had to pay for, but I found out a way to get it for free, and then I downloaded it in GTA Online, right? So I thought that could have been the issue with my computer. Maybe I installed malware onto my computer or something, and now it's just absolutely it's mining my computer for Bitcoin. It's just running absolute garbage dog shit. That was not the case. I was just doing a little research, and then I don't know how I found out, just to look at how, because I was looking at my task manager to see, how much shit is being used for my computer, and I eventually went to the resource monitor, or it's it's the resource monitor, and I see that my SSD, my disk, is peaking at 1 megabyte a second, which is nothing. It should be around 500, if that, maybe a little bit less, a little more, but it's peaking at 1 megabyte. That's what? I don't know how it started doing that. So my good friend Elliot, here's a picture of Elliot, an accurate depiction of Elliot on the screen right now. He has a friend who is their job is to do computers. They're an IT person or something like that. They took a look at my computer, and I showed them that, hey, my SSD is peaking at 1 megabyte per second. What is going on? And they're like, oh, well, you do a lot of editing and stuff and, rendering, right? Maybe just the amount of rendering and just editing you're doing every single day has just kind of put a lot of wear onto the SSD, and now it's just kind of running like that. Which, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I know it doesn't seem like I post, it doesn't seem like I do a lot from just face value on my channel, but on Ryburnson, but I work every single day probably for at least 5 hours every day on a Ryburnson video. Yeah, there's a few days where I don't do it, but literally 90% of my time when I have it goes to working on Ryburnson videos. So yeah, it makes sense that my SSD could be the amount of editing I'm doing every single day and rendering has just put a huge amount of wear on this thing. It makes sense. So I'm how do I fix that? So one of the options was either, there's a few options, but the main thing was reformat it or just buy a new SSD. That was it. Those were the 2 options that realistically I was gonna do. So I didn't want to buy a new SSD, so I was fine, I'll reformat it. And this is where shit just really hits the fan. God, dude. So first thing I had to do was back it up, which takes a long time. I have a 1 terabyte file, I think it's 1 terabyte, but I have a 1 terabyte SSD. So saving a 1 terabyte is not a quick process, along with the steps that you had to take. So if you never reformat an SSD, especially like your main SSD, like this is my main SSD that my OS is on, that everything runs through, right? So I had to make sure that like everything was stored correctly. But some of the steps to do that is you need to download a backup version of Windows if you're running off Windows, so your computer can like boot without, because like the OS is gone when you're reformatting your fucking SSD. So I was like, okay, like I did that, right? But I did that on an external hard drive, and I don't really have a lot of like flash drives, so I have like 3 hard drives. It's like a 2 terabyte hard drive, like a 5 terabyte hard drive, and like another 2 terabyte hard drive, just for like videos and stuff. But I'm like, what if when I put and set up Windows on this hard drive, it wipes all the footage and shit off of this hard drive, and like I just lose everything. So I'm like, shit, now I gotta like transfer this to a different hard drive. So that took forever. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, I have so much footage and stuff, like hundreds of, like over 500 gigabytes per file. I have like 3 files, and each one is over 500 gigabytes of just video footage. You know what I mean? So transferring that took basically a whole day. And then I'm like, okay, that finally happened. And like, this was a multiple day process. This shouldn't have been a multiple day process, but when you're transferring a bunch of files, it is. And holy shit, I just could not bear with doing nothing. Because, I mean, I have work. I have other things I do. But my main passion relies in editing videos and doing things for Ryburnson. That's my favorite thing ever to do. And the fact that I couldn't access my computer was genuinely torture. I was sitting in my bed doing nothing for multiple days straight, literally going crazy because I couldn't sit down and work. It genuinely was the worst experience ever. And now, like, it's been, I'm over it now, because it's been like a week and a half of me just doing no work. It sucked, but like, my computer's not even fixed by the time I'm recording this, by the way. Like, I still need to, for some reason, I installed a 2 terabyte new SSD. The end of the story is I bought a new SSD, but now there's a bunch of unallocated space that I can't merge with the main fucking file. I don't know, dude. I gotta figure it out. And that's another story. Let me finish what I was saying. So I'm transferring all these files, right? And it just takes days, right? So that's just one hard drive. It takes like a day for just me to get everything off of one hard drive and onto another one. So now the next step is I'm gonna create like a system image or a disk image. I don't remember what it's called, of just my entire computer. So it saves everything on that disk. So when I back it up, it's like a perfect screenshot and like time and place of where my system was, like when I create the backup. So Macro Reflect, holy shit, this is the savior of my life. If you are backing up an SSD or need to save shit or something like that off an SSD, use Macro Reflect. You do have to pay for it. There is like a month free trial, which I'm using currently, but holy shit, this image that I created of my fucking of my SSD genuinely saved my life so many times, because I had to reformat my SSD multiple times. It was horrible, right? So creating the system image of almost 1 terabyte takes a whole day. So that's another whole day down the drain, right? It's gone. Then I finally get to the point of, hey, it's time to reformat it. We're still at the reformatting process, right? Still trying to just reformat my main SSD, trying to get it over 1 megabyte per second. So I sit down, I enter like my boot software thing on my computer, I run through the whole Macro Reflect thing, and it starts going, and that's another whole day process. I go to work, get home, it's done, I go to bed, next day, let's see if it fixed my SSD. I open my computer, my backgrounds are back, everything's back. I go and check Resource Monitor. It is peaking at 10 megabytes per second. So it's just over, right? It's just over. So that's not where you want it to be. You want it to be a little bit higher than that. So I'm kind of at this point where it's like, it's over. Time. I just need to buy a new SSD. I forgot to mention the part before. I was worried about just losing all my files. So I decided to transfer all my files digitally. Like I put them all in Google Drive. I put them in OneDrive. There was multiple files. But as I'm uploading all my shit to Google Drive, and this was before I reformatted my SSD. I'm uploading them to Google Drive, and then they start failing to upload. And I'm like, what? I bought like 2 terabytes worth of storage, and I got to like around 740 gigabytes in my drive, and it just stopped uploading things. I'm like, what's going on? Like, why are none of my files uploaded? Like, are they corrupted? Like, it's actually like, what's going on? Apparently, Google Drive has a maximum 750 gigabyte upload limit per 24 hours. So I had to wait a full day until I could upload the rest of my files. It was genuine. This was such a long process just getting my files off my computer. Just the important ones. It wasn't all my files. It's just the important ones of like footage I have that I could not lose because it'd be actual hours or actual years of my footage gone. Like it wasn't worth it. You know what I mean? It took about 3-4 days before I even got to reformat my SSD. That's how long it took, okay? Then we reformatted, it didn't work, so all that was for nothing. I go and buy a new SSD, right? So it's bought, and now here comes this other thing, okay? I don't know shit about computers. I don't know anything. I didn't build my computer. This is a pre-built, but I'm not gonna send my computer somewhere to just replace an SSD, right? So I do it myself. And holy shit, since I didn't build my PC, I couldn't find where the SSD was. I was searching, literally twisting my computer up and down all over the fucking place, and nothing. I couldn't find it anywhere. And apparently, after like an hour of looking for it, because like I was looking for the specific motherboard and it wasn't telling me, and then I find it and it's behind my GPU. Like the SSD is behind my GPU. So instead of it just being like an easy process of unscrewing a certain thing and taking it out, whatever, I had to unscrew and take out my entire GPU and then screw off 2 things and then put it was just annoying, right? And like for me, this is such a daunting task because I don't know, for the people who haven't built like a computer, it just, some things you do just don't feel safe at all, and it feels like you're gonna just destroy the entire fucking thing. Like for example, I was trying to take out my GPU. Everything was unplugged, and most, if not all, motherboards have like this little lever or like click thing that kind of releases the GPU from the motherboard. Now I'm trying to take out my GPU and it's just not coming out. It's stuck. I'm pressing down the lever. It's just not coming out. And I'm like, okay, so surely something else is like screwed in. It's not coming out. So this was like a whole nother process because I'm like, I'm not trying to rip my fucking GPU out of my computer and just destroy everything, right? So I'm doing research and like GPU stuck in computer, lever not releasing GPU. And I find this Reddit thread. I love Reddit, guys. Just Reddit is awesome for shit like this because you just put in your problem, put Reddit after it, and everything just, you find out your answer almost immediately. The person who posted this initial question like said, hey, the lever's not, whatever, it was my exact problem. And then I would start reading and then it says edit, update, right? They have an update at the end of their little thing. They're like, my solution was you just pull and wiggle and push down on the lever so hard with no care for the GPU or motherboard. Like how is that an answer? Like I'm not hating on this person, but like how is this the solution? You know what I mean? And like, well enough, I do it. It sounds like I'm like it's making these like scary cracking sounds. It's like and I take out my GPU, it finally comes out, and nothing happened. I didn't break it, obviously, but it just sounds so scary. Like, why is that the solution to the fucking, like, surely there's a better way for that to work. I don't know, man. Whatever. So, we get the GPU out, I unscrew everything, I I have two SSDs on my computer, so I find out where both of them are, but I don't know which one of them is my main like local C drive. So I just had to guess, right? I just had to guess. So I screwed one out, I put one in, and I put everything back into place. Now, since I've never built a computer before, this whole process of me unscrewing everything, doing all that, took about 4 hours, right? Which it should not have taken that long, but just imagine never touching any computer parts in your entire life and then having to take out a GPU and doing all this shit, right? So I got everything back into place. I plug in my computer, boom, open it, and it boots with like my background and everything, and I took out the wrong GPU. So I went to bed for the night, realizing that I took out the wrong SSD. So I wake up the next morning. I have work at like 5 or something like that. So I get out my computer, I unscrew everything again, take out everything again. Once you know it, my GPU is stuck on the lever yet again. Oh, I'm trying to do the strat where I push as hard as I can and wiggle it out. That's not working. So I reinsert it back into place, and then I pull it out. It's stuck, and then I press as hard as I can again. This time it works for some reason. I take out the SSD, replace it with the old one, put in the new one, whatever, plug it in, boom, it worked, right? It worked. So that was, right, so now I go into the boot software again, and we go to the macro reflect, thank God, and I reformat the whole thing again, which takes a whole day, pretty much. So I don't even know what day we're on at this point of me just trying to fix my fucking computer, but we're on like day, I'm going to say 5 or 6, okay? And my roommates are making fun of me. They're like, oh, it should take this long. Kill yourself with a gun, maybe. I get it. I reformat it. Everything was working. It's back to normal. My computer's working. I go to my local disk. It's peaking at 10 megabytes. I'm like, no. But then it shoots up to 500 megabytes, and that's where we want it to be. And then shot back down to like 10 megabytes. But I'm sure like the fact that it shot up to 500 is a good thing. Like I don't think I was just on my desktop, so I'm sure like it didn't need to use all that. So I'm just happy that it's back in its place. But I did realize something. My local disk is still only 1 terabyte, but I bought 2 terabytes like worth of like of an SSD. So I start doing a little research, and I realize that like you go in your disk manager, and there's like a bunch of unallocated space that you kind of need to merge with your main, like the already existing. So here's where problem number 6 trillion comes in. I for some reason can't merge the two. There's something in the middle between my local drive. It's like a recovery thing. It's between my local drive and the unallocated space, prohibiting me from merging the two things. So this is where I couldn't find anything on this, so I just asked ChatGPT, and they're like, hey, download this program and this would work. So I do that, and this program and whatever just says, just delete this, and you can merge them together. And it's like, I did it. And I was like, wow, this is not that hard at all. It's like, oh, you need to restart your computer, and you have to reboot it to merge everything. So I'm like, okay. So it starts merging, and it's taking a while, and it takes probably about like 30 minutes. And I come back to my computer, it's booting, and then it just pops up with a blue screen saying, recovery. This PC needs to be repaired. So I thought my computer was bricked. I just thought I destroyed my computer because I was using this stupid ass program to fucking merge these things, and it's just not working anymore. It literally is not working anymore. So I go through this whole process. This is when I got home from work, everybody. One of my jobs, I'm a fucking table server. So I'm running around. I'm tired. It's like 11:30. I want to go to bed. But instead, I spend an hour and a half trying to save my computer. I thought it was over. I thought I was never getting my computer back because I lost everything and it corrupted or something happened. But then this is where our Lord and Savior Macro Reflect comes in, because I still had the disk image file or whatever, so I could just reformat my SSD again, which I did, but that took another whole day. But Holy shit, if I lost everything, I don't know what I would have done. I do not know what I would have done. Everything would have been gone. I'm not kidding. That was the whole process. I am still trying to figure out how to merge all that unallocated space with the regular SSD, but I'm scared now. Like, I don't want to go through this whole process again, so I'm just kind of just thinking, like, I'm just going to make it its own fucking drive, because that's just another terabyte. But, like, I'd prefer it to be on the local disk, but I don't know. If anyone here knows how to do that, I could show you. Here's, like, a little thing. I need to delete the thing in the middle for it to go, but, like, when you right-click it, it only says, like, help, and I can't delete it. I can't move anything. I don't know. And I've had a video that I've been working on that I've not been able to work on. This has just been genuinely one of the worst experiences I've ever had in my life. From the fucking not being able to access my computer and be able to work, from actually having to replace the parts, to fucking just everything in between. The amount of busyness I've been in, so I haven't even been able to touch my computer. This thing, it sucked. This is the first time. Today is 5/10, right? Today is 5/10, Saturday. This is the first time I've been able to be on my computer and do something on it in a week and a half. And, like, even then, it's not even how I want it. I want more storage. Maybe this is greedy, but I have 100 gigabytes left in my local drive, and I'd prefer to have more. You know what I mean? Okay. So that's why there's been a little lack of uploads. I feel like I've never missed 2 weeks of a Nartson before. Maybe I have. I don't remember. Yeah. If anyone knows how to merge these two little oh my fuck, you know what I mean. If you know how to merge these, tell me, please. But if I'm gonna be honest, there's gonna be like 2 people who make it this far into the video. Bryburnson hopefully will come out within this month. I don't really know anymore because I've lost a lot of stuff. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing anymore, guys. It's pretty much over. I might just end it. I'm not gonna end it. That's a joke. But Nartson next week, I might post one in the middle of the week just for fun, because I feel bad for missing 2 weeks. Not for, like, when I say I feel bad, I don't feel bad that, like, I didn't give you guys content. I feel bad because I fucked up my schedule. Like, I like posting on Nartson every week. But I do like doing these. I was low-key thinking about doing more of these, like, just yap sessions, just because they're fun to do. I really like just talking to a mic like a fucking loser, and then just having this shitty fucking gameplay in the background. So yeah, this, like, Call of Duty gameplay footage is, like, from last year. So I've just been holding on to this forever, and I need to use it for something. Anyways, I love you. Have a good rest of your day. Hopefully I make a lot of money in tips tonight. Goodbye.